Hello and welcome to my channel, Avela the Prof Mbono, where we do inspirational teaching. On this video in particular, I'd like to talk about the importance of self-worth, the importance of knowing yourself, or the importance of knowing your identity. Sometimes as human beings, we like to get into unnecessary competition just because we do not fully understand who we are. I've got a few things to illustrate what I'm talking about and make us understand better. All right, first, I've got this 2-liter Coke from the company CocaCola, and I also have a 440 milliliter Coke from the company Coca-Cola. Now, these two are not of the same magnitude, but they are of the same quality because they are from one company, Coca-Cola. The same is true about human beings. That's why it said, to whom much has been given, much shall be demanded. And to whom less has been given, less shall be demanded. Now, remember, the quality inside is the same. So there is no point on this one competing with this one, because this one is full to brim according to its container. And this one is also full to brim according to its container. Because they were making a 440 here, and here they were making a 2-liter. And the quality or the quantity or the quality of the content inside is the same. Another thing is, if we were to take this, maybe for jealous reason, and say, but I'm too small, I want to fit into a 2-liter container, we could pour it, but it will never measure up to brim because it is in the wrong container. That's what happens with people when they are in a wrong field of what they were created to be. The same is true about this one. If you were to take a 2-liter and pour it on a 440 milliliter Coke, it will start pouring off, and it will say, but my life is wasting away. Only to find out it's wasting away because it has left its area of action. Okay, enough about the cool drinks, but one last thing I'd like to say is, if maybe this one wants to be this one, it also adopts the problems of this one. Because according to SARS, a 2-liter is taxed more than a 440. So don't try and be something you're not, because you are also going to inherit its problems. Let me move to the next illustration because I don't want this video to be too long. All right, right with me now, I've got a cake flour from Snowflake, and I also have a yeast from Gold Star. Now, when they make a dough, they actually use far less of yeast than this one. Now, you know, human beings love competition. If they were yeast, they will feel like, I'm not worth it. Why they are using less of me? In fact, there are people like that because they complain without understanding. Now, let me tell you something. When they make a dough, they take more of this and take less of this. The other ingredients there, it's water, salt, sugar. But for now, please let me focus on the water and the sugar. Now, the reason the water is there, actually they use warm water. Why they are using warm water is to give good temperature to the yeast so that the yeast can multiply and make the dough grow. Sugar as well is used there, not necessarily for taste, but as food to be consumed by the yeast, because as the yeast multiplies, it needs food, and food is what helps it to multiply. There are people who are like yeast, who are in a better position, but when they look at themselves and look at their magnitude, and they feel like, no, I'm not worth it, if flour is worth it. So it is important to know your identity, because when you know your identity, you do not get into unnecessary competition. You appreciate yourself for who you are and actually learn more into knowing yourself. Thank you very much.